I hope everyone's well. Today I want to go through and just give you an idea of what games I currently log into pretty much daily. Most of these are going to be ones that I go through and play all the time, or I might just log in once a day, but I pretty much play these all the time, and a few others that I'm kind of waiting for that are going to hit anytime. So this video is just on me. It is not a sponsored video, so these are the games that I play. However, they may have sponsored in the past. So just to give you a rundown on that, let's go ahead and hit the computer and get started because there's a lot to cover. Not that I'm like seriously hardcore playing a lot of games at one time, but there's a lot that I log into daily. So we're going to start with my current favorite game, which is Fishing Lands. It's also netting me a good amount of profit right now. Get it? Netting me. Anyway, let's go ahead and sign in. I know I've showed this game off before, but it's completely changed. They've completely revamped it since then. So let me go ahead and log in and show you what it looks like now. You can go ahead and choose single or multiplayer. I'm going to go ahead and choose multi. I don't know if anyone will be on the land I'm at. Nope, it does look like there are some people. So there's 4 other people here, and I can go ahead and move around. It is 3D. I can't even talk. There we go. And say if anyone else is in here saying anything. I do have a lot of stuff open right now, so it is running a little slower than usual. I think the one game I'm running right now, that's a different game, is a little rougher. But you can do a lot of things. You can go in here and you can choose where you want to go. So say I want to go to the parts shop, I can click here. It'll automatically take me to the parts shop. There is some good audio on here, but I do have it muted just because I don't usually play audio. And here we would just click down here, and these are the things that you can buy. For example, they're mythic. So if I wanted to make a mythic rod, I would need 3 of these pieces, and then I'd be able to combine them and make a mythic rod. And just to give you an idea, they do have a contest going on right now. Let me close that other game. All right, there we go. And we can click here and see the contest, and they see this is a crafting event. Whoever crafts the most gets a bunch of stuff. And I was going through and partaking in this, but then I noticed how crazy people are going in it. So I've decided to back out and instead sell my tokens and make my ROI back, which is already back. And then I bought some packs. Unfortunately, I bought the rest of the packs almost. And unfortunately, out of 5 different cards in 3 packs, I got all commons. So very unlucky there. I have already pretty much got my money back with that. And now about even again. So I'm making about $60, $70 a day. I'll probably do one more day of profit, and then I'll start saving a little bit and try to build up. If you're curious what I'm working with, I can kind of show you. Let's go to the land and give you an idea of fishing. All right, so this is the land, and we can go over here and fish. And here are the rods that I have currently. I can go ahead and just hit fish. And the idea is you don't lose the fish. So you can see on the top, the pressure is, you don't want it to get too red. If it gets really red, you just stop clicking for a while and then click again. And you just want to move it all the way to the end, and then you can get the fish. And it pops up and lets you know what you got. Don't have errors anymore. That stuff was all resolved a long time ago. And I can go in, and that's the only rod I have right now. Why do I only have 1 rod, you say? Well, I'm going to unstake it and confirm. What I'm doing is I'm rotating rods. That way I can continue to get ahead even further. And if I go back here, I can look in my suspended, and I can see these 4 rods are ready. So I can get these ready. All right, now you'll see more rods down here, and these are my other rods. This is my mythic. This is the one that nets me a lot of money because not many people have mythic tools right now. I almost was able to make another mythic, but I decided, like I said, to take some profit. Then I have a legendary, which I got out of a pack, and that's why I kept buying more packs. And then I have a rare, and then I have a common. I can, however, put commons together and make another rare, which I plan to do. In fact, we could probably put these together now. Let's go into inventory and take a look. So I do have 3 steel rods, so I can go and put them together. And I don't want this to be a full tutorial, so I'll do this really quick. We'll just go to blends. So here are all the rods. We're just going to go and make this a rare. We'll blend it. And then we're going to go to our tools, and we're just going to wear these 2 rods, and we are going to do some more fishing. And then I take a break and for 6 hours until they're done, and then I'll use them again, and then I remove them and I equip the other rods. So it's kind of how I go, and I make a little more because I'm doing a little more in the game. You do need more tools for that. However, the new feature coming out, badges, is going to allow you to equip more tools, so that's going to kind of bypass that. But there's also mining coming when that part comes, which will be, they said, within 1 month. So I would like to upgrade some tools before then, but I want to take profit, you know, while this contest is going on. I feel when the contest is over, the price may drop for a little while until they start another one. But there's also not a lot of people playing, so that's another thing. As more people play, I'm sure things are going to get much more interesting. You also do have to have bait, and I have it there. No accessories yet. This is the only character that's out, but you could also see you'll be able to equip them. So I'm excited to see other characters come out. I'm level 27. I'm probably one of the, you know, top 5 highest players, so I have been playing a lot. With that, let's go ahead and jump into the next game. But this is the game that is pretty much bringing me in money each day and the most. So just keep that in mind by a long shot. Next, I want to go over NFT Panda real quick. I know I've talked about this a while ago, and I haven't talked about it since. So I just want to go through here. New offers in the tavern. Okay. And I did want to talk about it, but it looks like the game is down. I'm getting failed to fetch, which is an error they get. I don't usually get it on my other computer, but I am getting it here. So, you know, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see this. But basically what you could do is you could multiple send your pandas. It is working on my laptop, so it's kind of weird that it's not working on this. I don't know. It was going through and working, but now I'm getting failed to fetch, which is an error some people are getting. So if you do have NFT Panda and you have a lot of pandas and you just didn't like sending them, you can log in and start sending them again because it's pretty easy. You can send them for XP and bam, you could do it every 4 hours and you can send them all at one time. You can also feed them all at one time. And then at that point, you're earning a lot more because you're doing a lot less work. Plus, you're still ranking them up. If you're interested in NFT Panda, I have plenty of videos. You can check those out on the channel. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to show you anything here. Castles is a game I've really loved and I play all the time. My timer currently is at like almost 1 in the morning, unfortunately, so I can't show you what's going on right now with going through and receiving stuff, but you can get an idea of how I'm doing. Someone has sent me a nice pack and I got 2 towns, so thanks to Z-Hawk for that. It really helped out, and he also sent me some other fragments, so that was cool. Really helps my position. So now I'm working on getting the second castle. 1 town and 1 city away, so I'll get there eventually. Plus I am crafting some land now to help my meta source because I'm a little short on meta source right now. That did help me out greatly though, so if we go into explorers, I'm at 560. I sent out a pack too, so that should be 100 when it gets back, and then the airdrop is going. So castles I'm also still building up because I am working on getting my heroes, my exalted pack. So I'm almost there. So once that part's there, I'm going to go through and start taking a little more profit. I kind of do this game in waves because it's been building up so much with different things. So I want to keep getting those and then slowly take profit. But the good thing is they do have the wonders for the Royal Courthouse, and I will get this amount of wax at the end of the month. And it builds up as it goes. So as they sell stuff, they usually take a percentage and put it aside for people, usually about 10%, depending on the item. And then with that, that goes in here, plus with 50% of royal seals. Unfortunately, the royal seals have decreased in price, so they're usually about $250 on Atomic Hub. So right now, you're not really seeing much profit from that. I'm hoping as the new stuff comes out and seals are used more, it can catch up, but at the same time, more and more castles are being created all the time. So I don't see the price really changing on that unless they bring in another feature to help. I chose a terrible day to record this video. I'm trying to get into Krypton, and I thought it was a short server maintenance break, but it is a long one. So I can't get you into Krypton. Right now they are pretty much doing a PvP section, so you can fight against some alien waves coming. It's a pretty neat concept. It was beta and I liked it. However, there was definitely some kinks that needed to be worked out. The rewards were terrible, not even worth your time. So hopefully they go through and up that. Blockchain Brawlers, I'm still playing. I'm pretty much just going through and choosing Go Brawl. And I don't do it all the time, but I leave the tab open and try to do it. Sometimes when you brawl, it doesn't refresh, unfortunately. So you got to refresh the system to see that it happened. Let me do that. All right. And then I can heal. And there we go. There is a brawl countdown, and to be honest, I don't really know what's going to happen after the brawl countdown. I guess you're not going to be able to mine any more brawl. I don't know. I know the PvP is coming. I guess they're removing that portion and just adding the PvP portion. It'll be interesting to see, but right now I'm just kind of hoarding my gold, hoarding my brawl, because I expect when this to go down or the price to go up. But again, that does depend on the use case and the fun of the new feature. However, also it is on Wax and it is made by Wax Studios, and because of that, those games do usually see a nice push up because they are from Wax themselves. Tokenworld, I do still play. I don't do a lot. I log in, I mine. Sometimes I claim my rewards. You're not gonna see a lot of rewards here because I just claimed last night. I go in the bank, I check my deposits. I was sending a lot of these off. I have slowed down and decided to start stopping to send these. So I'll just go through and reclaim these as I go, and then I'll either open or sell these packs. They only go for a few cents, unfortunately, but I'm trying to get something back from the game. The price has went down a lot on it because mainly you can make cards within the game. Kind of like Alien Worlds, how it used to be when I don't know how it is right now, to be honest, but for a while you were able to mine and get cards, and then all of a sudden you couldn't. Well, this game, you can keep sending stuff and get cards. That's a cool feature, but it also makes the production of the cards high, making people want them less because they are so widely available. And then once you get a lot widely available, everyone is trying to sell it at a cheaper price, driving all the cards down. So because of that, from what I see, it's hard to find a profit on this, but I am not playing the whole game. I know there's more to it than what I do. I usually do that. I'll go into the missions. I don't have a war score. I was going to work on that, but then after seeing all the prices, I decided just not to. This is only 8 hours and it's 100, so I'll just send it because I make plenty every day. So I got my meter up to 79%. I was going to go to 100, but like I said, I'm trying to take a little bit of profit here and there. Even though it's small, it still chips away at what I spent in the game to try to get it back. Sometimes you take these gambles, and I thought this game was going to be a hit, and it might still be really good for a lot of people because, like I said, I know there's a lot more aspects, but for me, I just didn't have the time to invest. I just go in, do this, and then I'm done. So I either need to look at the rest of the game or kind of continue on and just sell everything off. I do have a lot of cards that are staked and up here that are staked, but I know these cards aren't that worth that much. The ones that are staked, I would have to look through and see. I'd probably say with Token Lands, it's a game I plan to exit once I get all the deposits back. Moon Mining is a new game that I just did a video about recently. I do like the game. It is a little quirky to get used to, but once you get your setup like mine, it's pretty easy. All I do is go into the buildings, and I have extra material of everything already stored away. So I just go to produce all and give it a moment to claim. Miner claim successful. So I may just refresh the game because sometimes it doesn't refresh. And I went back in and it did go through and grab everything successful because you could see the red guy here. So then all I need to do is do my machines. So I'll go over here and harvest all, and it's successful here. And they turned red this time, so I'm all good. I can go back here and I can see what I have. With this information, I do like the game and it's a cool idea. I think it needs something more. It definitely needs a helium sink. There's nothing to spend helium on right now, and because of that, it's driving the game down. They need to add something. So they do have the shop, and hopefully they add something in the shop, at least for blending, just to give something. But when you release a game, if you don't have a sink, the token and the cards usually go crazy, and people know they can't get money, and because of that, it could cause issues. They have a very long roadmap, so they do plan on doing a lot of things, and helium will be valuable, but it may be a little while. So until that happens, there's really not much ROI you'll get until those features come out. Cosmic Clash is a game I've been playing for a while. I go through and send my ships out. At least I do my first 5 free battles, and then I make some token. And then usually at the end of the month, I kind of go hard and move up the ranks towards the end, maybe like the last 3 or 4 days, and score some prizes. Like I scored a free pack coming to me this time, and some extra ships. And it's not too difficult. You just need some decent ships, and you just need to play daily. You can go ahead and play up to 50 battles. That's fine. You know, I've done that the month before that, and I ended up being in the early 20s. And then this time around, I ended up being 36 with waiting till like the last few days to grind hard, but still doing my daily battles every day to make sure I stay decently up, and then all of a sudden just go crazy. So I do make some token, and I am able to sell some FGL, and I do use FGL for 2 games, this game and Mecha World. Mecha World is here. I can go ahead and select my mechs and I can claim it. And this game is out. However, they're still developing a lot of stuff. I'm going to do a video on this after the other features come out, but I just kind of want to give you a heads up. It's out there and it's not too hard to get into right now. When the other features come out, I bet it's going to be a lot more popular. So you want to keep an eye on this, and if it's something you're interested in, you probably want to get in before it kind of blows up. So there I got my FGL for sending my mechs. I can claim this. However, it hasn't been that long, so I don't know if I'll get the full 32. All right, I don't have all 32 yet, so I'm going to wait to send my quests out, but if I do go to quests, I can see all my mechs here, and I do have one to level up. To level up, you just go ahead and click on the FGL. Unfortunately, there's no animation or anything yet. I think that's still going to be in the works. After you click on it, you just wait a while. I'm going to level this one up too, and then this one. They are a bit pricey to level up, but you are going to end up getting it back because they're going to be making more each level they go up. There is land in this game as well, and the land is very functional. A lot of that has already been taken care of. Next, they're going to be adding parts to the mechs. And then after that, the PvP is going to start. And once the PvP starts, that's probably when I'll put out a video explaining more about it. But now's a great time to get in if you're looking to play it, because it's one of those sleeper games that's probably going to get really high up in the near future. Million on Mars is a game that I have covered a lot on this channel. I'll put a video up top if you're interested. If you like very different types of the games that are out there, I would say this is the one for you, because there are so many different aspects of this game that you can do, and it keeps things going. You have spots on Mars, and you can set up your colony and even a settlement and go through and work with solar panels and, you know, grow crops and do all this other stuff. There is a lot to it, and it does make a decent amount with the dusk rewards. So if you can find a way to make extra dusk in this game, the price on it's pretty good. So you can easily make a good amount of money on it. I would check it out if you're interested. I do even have a video about ROI on the channel. The good thing is it's really cheap to get into. However, you do have to spend some money to keep up with the game, and they do release new features all the time. So expect them to kind of be ahead of you in features and stuff to always be coming out. If you like those type of games, then this one's for you. Novopangea is a game that's going to be coming out in the next weekend, and I'll probably be doing a video shortly after that. But you can see here I am prepared. I got a lot of land, some really good cards, a lot of buildings, and a bunch of workers to work in those buildings. I really like the style of this game and I'm very excited to play it. I feel it's really got a different aspect than the other games. I've done interviews with them at Novopangea and I love the back end. They used a lot of cool things that pretty much double checked the player economy and making sure that the game stays steady. And they've run these simulations hundreds of thousands of times and loops just to make sure everything stays balanced. It was really cool that they did that. I don't know anyone else that has done that yet for Wax, so I think it's a really great tool to be using, and I can't wait to see the game in action. I will be having a video on this shortly. If you want to get in, there's still packs to purchase. You can check out any of the videos on my channel for it and see if it's something for you. I will be playing it as soon as I can get in and have a video out as soon as I can. Nova Rally is a game I have been collecting for a long time because they are updating it. Unfortunately, it's taking a very long time to update. However, the updates are over the top. They just keep adding more and more and doing crazier stuff and crazier stuff. I have no doubt when this game comes out that it is going to be on the top of the leaderboards because they are putting so much time into it, so much ideas, so many different things, so much money, and they've been working on this all year. Now, the game's been out, but they're revamping it. They're adding a new coin. They are going to be adding some new cars. They're adding AI racing with all visuals aspects, showing you the races as they're going. You can customize everything. You can get different, I guess, mechanic shops or corporations or whatever you want to call it. It's got everything and it looks amazing. I'm really interested to see. I've been holding on to 2 land packs that have not been released yet and will be released, I guess, when the game comes out. I also got some extra driver licenses just in case, because if they blow up, you know, they're gonna go for a good amount of money if this game does take off, which I think it will, as long as it's fun. I mean, it looks great, but is it fun? We're gonna have to see. I did enjoy the old game, but I did end up starting to get sick of it, waiting for the new version. So right now it's shelved, but I'm keeping my stuff and I'm not collecting, but I'm not exiting. I'm just waiting. And when the game does come out, I probably will put more money into it to get a higher advantage if I need to try to make a profit. Wrath of Tezca is a game I've been playing since the very beginning. I got a lot of cards, I got some land. Unfortunately, the updates really did slow down and stop, so I did decide to exit out of it. So I'm no longer in Wrath of Tezca. Trains of the Century is a game that is awesome. I really enjoy building the trains, running them around. I was playing up until about a week ago, since before beta, but I haven't been keeping up with the game. I haven't been doing the things I do. The profit was probably $1 a day, but with my position, it wasn't a lot. I bought a station for over 700 some dollars, and it was just a common, and it just wasn't making much money. So because of that, I decided to exit. I have everything on Atomic Hub to sell. I'm hoping to get $250 for the station. However, it has been the lowest one on the Atomic Hub so far, and no one has purchased it yet. I do think it's one of the better locations because it's got a lot of different intersectings. So we'll just see what happens with that. But it is available. They are doing great updates with the game. It's just I'm not looking for a game that I need to constantly figure out what's going on. Nothing with them. It's just I play too many games. Great team there, and I think the game's going to be successful in the long run. I see it being there for years to come. The other game that is not wax-based, but I got into a while ago, it's ETH-based, is Farsite. There's going to be other tokens too, but the ETH is what I use to purchase most of the stuff at this point. Their token's going to be coming soon, and alpha starts today. They have a lot of features done, and the game looks great. Here's everything. I just don't know if I agree with everything going on. They did add more stuff to the store after the initial sale. Yes, it's a little more expensive, but I think it's a bad move. I think they were good where they were. They didn't really say they were going to do this, and it just feels like they're more money hungry. And also, when you have been developing a game for 6 months and you're going into alpha, people forget about your game. You know, it's hard to get back into it. They need to build some hype again. They had a great marketing plan in the beginning. They need to figure out how to bring it back and get the push going, especially where crypto is going right now. Not to mention, they're also going to be opening up more planet sectors, which are things that we bought early on. So because they're adding more crates and more planet sectors, and there's not really a new audience coming that I've noticed, I think they're really going to shoot themselves in the foot, because I think what will happen is this will cause the price to get driven down, because now you have more of these other things, and when you have more and you have less people interested, then people sell it and they can't sell it, and they think it's just not cheap enough, and they lower the price. And a lot of times it's not because it's not cheap enough, there's just no one interested in buying it. And what will happen then is you just need two people to feel like that, and then they just keep undercutting everyone. Before you know it, the whole economy of the game is shot. I see it a lot in Wax projects. That's why I always think, if I undercut this person, am I going to be able to sell this, or are people just not buying it? So then I'll click and I'll look at the sales history and see if people are even buying it. Because if they're not buying it, there's no reason to undercut, because you're just going to drive the price down even more. Unless the price is too high to start. I should say that. But this game is going to be like EVE Online, and I think I might have got myself into a little more than I can handle, because this is a very complicated, intricate game, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to keep up with it. I think it's a game that I'll either fall in love with or sell off. That's kind of how it is. I do have one of the better areas of the game. However, when I bought in on this, ETH was at a decent price. I spent about $2,500 on this game, and you know, ETH is a lot lower now, so we'll kind of see what happens. I think I would get the amount of ETH back probably, but probably not the price. Kind of see what happens. I would like to have some ETH back. So I have 3 sectors. 2 of them I plan to sell, and 1 I'm up in the air about. It's Earth sector, and it's very rare, and I think that's going to be worth a lot of money. So I may just hold on to that until the right time. Timing is going to be all about things on there here. Hopefully I do, fall in love with this game. There's a good community that's built up that I'm with the Farsite fleet, or academy, whatever they call themselves now. And like I said, we'll kind of see how it goes. But this is a game that's going to be, I don't know, make or break. I spent way too much money on it, though, I'll tell you that. But I do have one of the rarest parts of the game. So if the game takes off, I can make thousands of dollars. If it dies, I lose thousands. Big gamble. The FOMO definitely got me. Do I regret spending that much? Don't know yet. That's the bad thing. I don't know. I mean, the amount and attention of detail and the work they're putting into the game, I can't really be upset with, because it's really good. It's just, is it going to work? I don't know. We'll see. Let's hope so, for my sake, and getting some ETH back. But then again, that ETH, most of it was obtained from mining a long time ago, so it's not like I spent that much. Those are the games that I am currently playing, not playing, gonna be playing, and I think I have everything covered. If you have any questions, you can leave it down below. Again, as far as ROI, only thing I'm really making good ROI on right now is fishing lands. Other stuff that I'm making ROI on is Million on Mars, Cosmic Clash. Those are probably the ones. And so I hope this answered all your questions, and I want to thank you so much for watching. Let me know the games you're playing right now, because I am still looking for more. I don't know why, but I am still looking for more games to play, as some of these I do continue to retire as I lose interest. But I'd love to know what you're playing.